So we've done our calculations and now we want to display our runs on the map. The first thing we want to do is prep our map, and part of this is to answer the questions the IC wants. With the ignition here at the letter X, he wants to know where the fire is going to be in 1/2 hour and 1 hour, and where potential spot fires will be. So the first thing that we want to do to prep our map is, and one of the inputs that we put in was our winds. And we know our winds are from the southwest at 9 miles an hour. So what we want to do is find section lines. And we'll put this at the intersection of the section line. And we know it's a southwest wind. So halfway between 180 and 270, we get 225, which over on the other side, we carry over to 45. So we make some little ticks. We take our ruler and we use a blue pen for this. This is just part of our organization. We draw our wind line. That's the direction the wind is coming from. And we'll write southwest 9 miles per hour. One of the things I noticed on this map was the map scale wasn't given, but the easy way to find that is either move down to this legend where it says what equals a mile. So you measure that, it's 2.64 inches or 1 to 24,000 scale. The other way you could do that if this legend wasn't here is actually measure between our section lines, and we come up with that same measurement, 2.64. So the next thing we want to do is figure out what our slope is. And for that, again, the fire is started at this X. We'll notice that the steepest slopes go in this direction. So again, as part of our organization, what we'll do is we'll take our ruler from the X, and we'll just take a green pencil and just draw a line up. And we'll label that line slope. So you'll notice that in this case, the wind and the slope aren't in alignment. So we're going to have to do what's called vectoring. So what we want to do now is, again, we're going to have to move down and put our wind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here to the 45. And that should give us our southwest wind. So, and I will mark this as wind. So basically now what we're going to do is split the difference. So looking, we're like probably close to 50. And a little bit over 310. So that's going to put us somewhere just below the north. So I'm going to make a tick here. And this will show our direction of spread up the slope. But we have one little thing that I didn't give you initially, but we actually are dealing with two different fuel types. And the transition changes at 3,200 feet. So looking at our map, we have 3,600, we have 2,800. So that's going to put our 3,200 foot elevation along this mark here. We're dealing with 80-foot contours. And here I'm going to put TU5, which is our timber fuel model. And below that, I'm going to put SH7, which is our brush fuel model. Now, the calculations that I got were 91 chains per hour in the brush. So what I figured out is it's only going to take a little bit less than a half hour, basically 0.4 hours, for it to reach this fuel transition. And because it's such a fast moving fire, our ellipse is going to be relatively narrow. So I'm going to put 0.4 here. So the other thing that I do is that this fuel transition, I'm actually going to put another wind line, because we've also been asked to calculate our spotting. I'll put another slope line, and here the slope actually looks like it's kind of going more in this direction. So I'll run that just a little bit straight off of that. So slope, wind, so some of this is just coming with experience, but so for the next 0.6 hours, and what I've got for a half-hour rate of spread in the fuel model TU5 is a forward spread distance of 1.3 for a half hour, 2.6 for an hour. So we know what we have left for 1 hour is 0.6. So my distance is going to be just under 0.2 inches. So I'll make a mark there. And so that'll be our rate of spread once it hits the timber. The last question we were asked was, what would our potential spotting distance be? And what I came up with was just about a quarter mile, a little over a quarter mile. So that calculates out to a ½ inch. So what I'm going to do is come down here at the end of our run, mark a ½ inch, and then basically you just draw an arc, because that area for potential spotting could be anywhere in this area. But with experience and all that, and the fact of the canopy height, there's a good potential that most of the spotting would be in this area here, going with the wind. So I just put a little tick there, but this indicates where the potential spotting is. And that's how you set up the map to expose your run.